Okay, this is a short video on don't freak out about the word algebra. I believe that mathematicians come up with very interesting names to basically keep job security. So the idea of algebra and using the word algebra can be scary to many, and I understand that. But we need to go back to the origins of arithmetic where we might have practiced in elementary school things that would look like this. Okay, we might have 2 times 5 equals either a line, okay, could have been a box, could have even been a question mark. 2 times 5 equals question mark. And we would know intuitively to just go ahead and multiply 2 times 5 to get the answer 10. So 2 times 5 equals 10. Or we could say over here, now that we understand that, we could say that the box equals 10, or the question mark equals 10, right? You with me? So all we're doing is basically moving the box around. So now you might see an equation that says box times 5 equals 10. Again, that's just getting a little bit more complicated, not a lot. But in this case, what we're looking for, I'm going to cover that because the box has a new meaning now. We know that we would divide both sides by 10, right? And we'd have the box is equal to 10 divided by 5, or the box equals 2. And again, you could just do that with the question mark, question mark divided by 2 equals 5. Let's say that's a new problem, okay? Now what happens with algebra is basically that we replace either the box up here or the question mark here with just a letter. So you'll see x divided by 2 equals 5. And that is the exact same equation as question mark divided by 2 equals 5. You'll get the same answer. Question mark and x will come out with the same answer. I'm not a big fan of using x for many reasons, but a lot of textbooks do. So one of the issues I have with using x is that unless I put a little squiggly on there, it looks a lot like the multiplication sign. So you'll see if I'm writing multiplication, generally I'll use an asterisk. What you also need to know is that for generalization purposes, a dot works as multiplication, and so does just putting like a next to b is a times b, or a times b plus c, as we talked about in the distributive property. That implies that a times the quantity b plus c, or the sum of b plus c. Okay? But nothing to freak out about. Basically, it's our old arithmetic, just with the question mark or the box being replaced by a letter. It could be x, could be y, could be any letter, could be a series of letters. And I find that helpful when I'm looking at bigger problems. Like I could be trying to find the mileage of something, and I might put MILE or something like that, just to remind me of what I'm looking for, so that when I go back to the problem I understand it more clearly. Hope it helps.